Hi guys, Subodhanki. In this video, I am going to explain few concepts about asNode. asNode is like PyNode in PyML, a true object-oriented programming. In normal, regular programming way, you can use either MEL or Python. So, when we declare a variable in regular programming style, like let us say we are declaring a variable with this info about this control. You can see here they are assigning this object name to this variable. The moment we run this, what we can see is just the name of that node. If we go and see the directory, how many attributes it has, how many methods it can store, this many. Okay. So it doesn't store any information related to specific node, like its position in the world, its name. Mostly it can have its name, but not other information like what color it has, like control color. So there are a lot of things like position in the world, so many things. If we want to query distance from this to another, it needs a function. So mostly this has like how many functions? Let us see in this case 71. Whereas in asNode will store the information. This is not just a variable. It can come up with a lot of functionality which we use very frequently for the rigging process. We run AR command. So there are huge number of functions are attached to this one. You can say all these functions, for example. It's nearly about 354 methods attached to this asNode. Every time we query anything from asNode, you can get it returns asNode. Whereas in regular programming way, it doesn't return any other nodes, any information. So initially, inspired from PyNode in PyML, so you can see PyML documentation here from Maya. Let us see what PyNode is like. You can assign PyNode. You can create a PyNode from directly on the control, directly from the name. So if you see, you can see how many functions are here. They are mostly generic functions. So mostly these are generic functions. So the number of functions available in PyNode are 304. Same way, when we create asNode, you can see the number of functions attached similarly, but it comes mostly with rigging related functionality. Suppose I want to query a distance to some other object. There is a function available with distance to. So I can query a lot of other things, like I can apply control color and apply control color 17. So 17 means it's already in yellow color. Now I can go and apply so blue color, maybe some other color like Yeah, there are different colors I can apply. Basically, asNode comes with a lot of rigging related functionality. In this case, you can see a lot of functions. For example, I'm doing a QC check. So I can rename, I can check a lot of things based on its position in the world. Is it left side or is it on the right side? So we can see the pivot where it is. So pivot is in the center. We can do center pivot. Okay, we can do the center pivot. We can apply this time. asNode can be generated from 3 different ways. One is directly by providing the name here. Second thing, unselected command. It returns nodes list. If we want to get the node again, you can say like you can get the first element of the list. So here in this case, I am just creating one more node for a mesh. Okay. Now I can query the name of the node like SCG control. Sorry. Okay, now I can say my node name is like issue head geo. Now I can query my node is whether falls on the left side or right side in the world space. So it's true. Similarly, I can do a lot of quality related checks. I can use this node as long as I need for a lot of functions which are related to rigging process. So yeah, in PyNode, in the earlier days, I used to work with PyNode, which is from Vimeo. I had, suppose, yeah, let me assign PyNode again here. So one day I was looking for distance to. I want to query a distance to another object. Suddenly I'm using this object for many of my rigging process in the earlier days. So I started looking for so many things, like suddenly one day I used to type distance to. It is not there in this function. So I thought, why can't I write one node for me for this rigging process? So I started writing a asNode. I come up with this much functionality. Now asNode comes with nearly 300 plus methods with it. So most of the rigging related functions I can quickly access from right click option. Now if I see distance to, I can query anything to. So yeah, let me create asNode again. Okay. So in this case, my node refers to should. Okay. I can write here my ND. I can query a distance quickly in this direction. So this is. I can get a locator in this direction close to the shoe, like ND dot get directional pose. So I can give here like destination object, extension ratio, and get locator, etc., etc. So many options are available here. In this case, my node, and if we say 1 unit here, the distance between control and this mesh geo. if I want to query middle position, I can give a name like, extension ratio I can give minus in the reverse direction 0.5. I can quickly create a locator here, and I can snap my control to this position, something like nd dot snap goes to. The newly created locator name is extension locator, but I'm giving it here. Okay. So immediately my control can be snapped to this newly created locator. So that's how it's very much faster to do programming with the asNode. So let me discuss few more things, like now in the same direction, let me create another node in the opposite direction, in this direction, more far away, something like which is useful in pole vector creation to find out the pole vector location. I can clearly explain that concept in the upcoming videos. Now let me try the same function again with a different value. So in this case, it creates 1 unit away from it in this direction. Let us say 1 unit between this one and this one and the mesh. How much distance there is, same distance it will create far away in the same direction. And if I want another locator somewhere in this place, I can come and say 0.2. So it will create 0.2 times extra plus additionally this value. So it will be created in this direction. So there can be a lot of things we can do in the upcoming video series. In this series of videos, I can explain a lot of things regarding asNode and its pipeline. There is alternative way we can create asNode from easily. Multiple selection can be done by using the erig module. So if we say all these are all, how many selections are there, we can quickly generate asNode for the selection from the scene. Okay guys, that's it for today. Stay tuned and stay connected. See you all again. Okay guys.